Is it picking up? Is it? It's working. Okay. Oh my gosh. I hate when it lags and then it makes me panic that it's not working right. Welcome in. We're having beach vibes while it's still August and kind of still beach weather, right? There's still people going to the beach, right? I'm going to the beach. Not right now, but, well, I mean, I guess we are. I guess we are going to the beach right now. We're going to the beach with Nancy. As Nancy. With Nancy? Yes. I'm going to the beach later as well. So that's going to be exciting. But glad to see everyone. Hope your day has gone well. Hope you've had a good Monday. I have had a pretty good Monday, pretty chill, and ready to get rocking and rolling a little bit. Oh, hello, Luce. Glad to see you. Hope your day's going well. Sorry, we're starting a little bit later. I had errands I had to run and recorded some stuff, and all that just took longer than I thought it would. So yeah, but we're here now, and I'm very excited to hop into this game. Hot take, I kind of like this game. It's one of those that's very contested a lot with people, but you know what? I like it. I think it's charming. Yeah. I also, in celebration of doing a beach game, I'm wearing I can't quite reach to get like super close up. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little seahorse. So it's like a little bracelet that it actually is made. Hold on, I can just make it looser and show it to you guys up closer. There you go, so you can see it better. There's a little seahorse, and then like the actual bracelet part. Oh, that's not focusing. There we go. There you go. So it's actually made from like basically plastic trash, like trash bags and stuff, that this girl who lives like local to the beach that I was at, we went to this local farmer's market, and she is super big on like conservation kind of stuff and dealing with beach trash because it's always a huge issue. And so she collects trash and stuff like plastic bags and all that. She turns them into bracelets and puts little charms on them and sells them. And the money gets donated to like beach cleanup and conservation sort of groups. And so yeah, it's pretty cool. So I figured I would wear that today. It seems very fitting. But trying to get it tightened appropriately. So yeah, we got that. We got our little pizzazz. We got our beach pizzazz. Been here basically the whole time, still doing battle with your work computer. Oh no. Oh no. We hate going to battle. I do not have Culver's or boba. I've got a coffee drink, and it's quite nice. It was like an autumn caramel crunch, something or other. I don't know. It is very good. It's basically like a Starbucks Frappuccino, just like way better. But let me see here. Double check. I see gray clouds outside. Okay, so it's supposed to be raining for me. It makes the vibes really interesting right here because we're about to do a sunny beach game, and I've got like really dark clouds in the distance. I was making sure there wasn't gonna be storms because I was gonna stream over the weekend, and then we had like storms coming and going a bunch. Like on Friday, we had lots of storms, and it was like right at the time I was gonna be streaming, and I'm like, I don't know that I wanna like I don't know that I wanna try to stream while it's really stormy windy. Well, that's the other thing too, is our power was flickering, and I'm like, no, I'm not messing with that in streaming. It's just not happening. So, we're gonna stream some other stuff at some point here. Hopefully, I'm trying to think. I think I have plans Thursday and Friday this week, so I think maybe on Saturday I'm gonna do a stream. Oh, we think the computer's cooperating. That would be very nice. We love cooperation. Oh, I do need to text Mama Beat to remind her. It's really funny because so I have a newer medication I have to take that my parents, especially like my mom, has been sending me reminders to take it. And she started like making it a meme. So she'll send me some sort of GIF and like tie it into taking my medication, and it's really funny. And I love it. But it's funny because she's my reminder for that, and then I'm her reminder for streaming. So there you go. But yeah, I think we are going to get rolling. So one thing that's really interesting, and I'm curious if you guys had ever noticed this, because I did not notice this until doing research the other day. But so Ned Nickerson, the beloved Ned Nickerson, he was in basically like all of the earliest games, really. He wasn't in Message in a Haunted Mansion. Well, he was, you know, if you believe the conspiracy theories, or if you're just talking about the voice actor. So I think he was in the first two, and then, you know, Message on Animation. But then he was in Treasure in the Royal Tower, and he was in the final scene. Well, after the final scene, so next we had Secret of Scarlet Hand, which he was not in, and that's when we first meet the Hardy Boys. So after that, Ned does not appear again, apart from in Curse of Blackmore Manor, until this game. Did you guys remember that? Ned is completely absent with one exception from starting in Secret of Scarlet Hand through Danger by Design. So for those watching at home, which is all of you, that's games 6 through 14. He was in one of those. Isn't that wild? Did you, like, I did not ever notice that. I don't know how I didn't notice that. Like, I just never thought of it, apparently. But yeah, like, that was wild to me. And so we're gonna keep that fact in mind with some things early on in this game, and involving Ned. This was the second time we had seen him since game, well, technically since game 5. So yeah, great times.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. Since you can tell a lot about a person, anyway, here's my center of operations.
No. Hold on. Absolutely not.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I have to pick the pretty one. I want the
testing,
pretty one.
1, 2, 3, testing.
Also, you guys are gonna have to let me know about the volume, because I tried to get it set up right. Really funny video about what Ned does during each game. Would love to see that. Can you send that to me? I want to watch it. Let's go back here. Yes.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew.
Yes, now it's
Since
all
you
pretty.
Can tell a lot about a person
I
by
love
where
it.
he or she lives, I thought I'd introduce myself by showing you my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty neat. Of course, I don't spend that much time in here. I always seem to be off solving mysteries. Anyway, here's my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful.
Shh, Nancy, hold on. I realized this darn alert box muted itself. Anyway.
Especially if you're new to the mystery solving business. And be sure to check out my
it does
scrapbook.
that.
I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. Oh, but don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He
He
worries
about
about me
enough
as
as it is.
And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File.
Hi,
That will
Suki.
tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you
Are
think
we
you're
here
ready
to
to
cry?
dive
Is
into
it
that
crying
mystery,
time?
just click on the plane ticket and you'll be
Yeah.
on your way.
Come here, Suki. Oh my word. Suki. You know, I'm gonna have to clean my keyboard out again if you're gonna be all up in my business. Stay tuned for that video later. I recorded me trying to clean out my keyboard. What a picture. What a picture. We went with that, huh? Alright. Current assignment, travel to Hawaii. Spend 3 weeks working for Dr. Quigley Kim. Entomologist needs someone to help her do field work on the Big Island. One of Dad's friends saw the want ad. Won't get paid. Naturally. I love that. Can we talk about the fact that Nancy's just like, I won't get paid. Naturally. You know how it is. Like, Nancy, this is not... This shouldn't be, like, the standard. This shouldn't be the expectation. Almost been crying time all day for me. Usually 4 hours a day. I spent 8 hours. Oh no. Oh, that sounds awful. Also, I had to like do a double take reading that because Mama Beat has a thing with talk about crying time that like she'll have times where she asks my my dad, she'll be like, "Is it crying time?" And he'll be like, "No, sorry, you just missed it." So it ends up being like funny and then she doesn't want to cry. But seeing you talking about crying time made me think of that and I was like, "Wait, I didn't think she was on here yet." Um Yes, Suki is all up in our business today. Isn't that right? Okay, I'm not exactly sure what someone who studies insects means by field work. I do get a free plane ticket and I'll be working outdoors, one of the most beautiful places in the world. Oh, we got a next page. Oh, we got 2 pages. Here, Suki. Come here. Yeah, there's space in my lap. You just have to come here. There we go. Yes. Excellent. Get in my lap. Suki. Suki. Whatever. Okay. Got no actual work done except a meeting this morning. Oh, I hate those days. Like, sometimes I love those days. If it's just like meetings and I don't really have to do anything, I kind of loved those days back when I worked in an office. Because it was like mentally less taxing to me at least. But also if you're dealing with like annoying tech stuff, that's not better. Okay, the only thing that kind of worries me is instead of meeting me at the airport, Dr. Kim wants me to take a bus to this little town on the southern coast of the Big Island, supposed to pick up the keys to the vehicle she'll leave for me from someone named Big Island Mike at Big Island Mike's Immersion Excursion Center. I have to drive to her field camp deep in the rainforest by myself, not like I'm going anywhere dangerous. I'll be in a tropical paradise. What could possibly go wrong? Famous last words, Nancy. How good is this game in your opinion? It's at the bottom for me. I kind of love this game. Like, it's not necessarily towards the top for me. It's definitely got problems. But, as I always say, they all have problems. I feel like this game is at least mid for me. And I have to sit down and, like, look at my ranking, like, my tier list or whatever. I really don't think it's that bad. I don't mind the Frass puzzle. I love the vibes. I like the soundtrack. It's the first time... I think this was our first game where we played as another character besides Nancy, wasn't it? Am I remembering that right? No, no, it's not. Because Train. We played as Frank in Train. That was the first one, though, wasn't it? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, this game is generally ranked lower by a lot of people. So I'm not surprised she has a video on that. I've watched her one on Ransom of the Seven Ships, and I agreed with a lot of what she said and thought she had really good ideas. I've not watched the one on this game. I ought to put that on my list, honestly, because I think it'd be really interesting. Say it's pretty mid for me too. Have to be in the mood for it, but decent game overall. Yeah, that's probably pretty similar to how I feel. Like it's fine. I don't have any issues with it. I kind of like when I'm in the mood for like relaxing beach vibes and like lots of mini games and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's alright. Not one of the greatest, but there's a lot I do like in it. Do I have any money? I don't think I have money. I don't think Nancy can buy any of this.
Looks like you need some kind of special money for this.
I barely have any real money. Ransom, I thought there were a lot of stupid decisions in that one. You mean like in the game itself? Like I assume we're talking about the game, not Wizard Kitten's response about it. Used to be pretty low for me now. Or low for me, but now it's mid. I think I kind of have that. Like, I think it used to be actually pretty high for me. Because I mostly ranked it just like off of vibes.
Shouldn't go touching anything in here without
Nancy,
permission.
we should absolutely look at everything without permission. So I used to rank it really high because of that. But then
a little surfer shack. Too bad it's closed. Whoever runs it is probably off surfing.
Oh yeah, okay, so the Pua merch and stuff like that they have in the Her Teespring, I always wondered like where the little design came from. I didn't remember that was on her little surf shack. Did not remember that. Did not remember that in the slightest. Oh boy. Not Nancy cosplaying as a poor person. I have some hot takes with the beach games apparently, because I actually like Creature of Kapu Cave and Ransom of the Seven Ships, both of them pretty well. There's some of the puzzles in Ransom that I do not like.
Aloha! Just off the bus, huh?
Okay.
If you're looking for
We don't get to look at
a real
anything.
deal Hawaiian vacation, you got off at the right spot.
Actually, I'm looking for somebody named Big Island Mike.
That's me. You by yourself?
Well, he's certainly not Small Island Mike, that's for sure.
Yes, I am, but...
Well, just in case whoever told you about this place didn't give you the lowdown, here it is. You sign up with Big Island Mike, you'll
Glad
live
things
like
are
a
working,
real
Maggie.
Hawaiian. Work like they work, play like they play. No tourist stuff. From me, you get authentic.
Well, that sounds good, but...
See, I'm like a tailor. Only I don't make clothes, I make vacations. Real, honest-to-goodness Hawaiian vacations. Custom-made to fit just you and you alone. You like the beach? I'll get you to the beach, but I'll also keep you busy. Busy doing things real Hawaiians have done for 1,000 years. And you'll have a good time doing it, I'll make sure. In fact, I've got a couple of guys staying here about your age. They're from the mainland, too. I got those boys surfing, shelling, fishing, snorkeling, everything. You sign up, you'll do everything too. Maybe even at the same time as them, huh?
Okay. That's fair, Luce. That's totally fair. I think you spend too much time playing as Frank and Joe. I mean, I agree that we need to do more of playing as Nancy's other friends, like not just the Hardy Boys. I like playing as the Hardy Boys, like, a lot, honestly. But that's definitely personal preference, that I like them a lot and other people don't necessarily love them as much. I definitely agree that, like, I really want there to be Hardy Boys games. Like, basically just Nancy Drew games, but the main character is the Hardy Boys instead of Nancy. And, like, for them to make both. I don't know, I feel like that would be really cool. It's like the 70s show all over again. Like, have alternating, or not necessarily alternating, but, you know, doing both. I think that would be cool. And I feel like that could help with, you know, their reach, like, as a company, as a game development company, like, to have games that have the male protagonist too. Like, I think that would probably help with that. But yeah, I absolutely want to play as Bess more. Would love to play as George more, because we've only played as George the one time. Because we've technically played as Bess at least. We've played as Bess twice. No, we've played as George twice. Gosh, I keep forgetting things tonight. Okay, so George, we played as George in Ransom, technically. That's, you know, the whole thing. And we played as George in Alibi and Ashes. And then Bess, we played as Bess in Alibi and Ashes and Legend of the Crystal Skull. I think that's all for both of them. And then Ned, we've only played as him in Alibi and Ashes. Ned, like, I'm not against playing as Ned more, but I would much rather play as Bess or George than Ned, honestly. But, yeah, that's my thought. Do have their own games. Don't mind playing as them in this game just because of the novelty of character switching. Yeah, that's fair. I think the main problem is that the Hardys get the actual mystery and Nancy's bug stuff. That is also fair. Which is hilarious because Ned, like, straight up says that. He's like, so they get to solve a mystery investing a surfer girl, and you're in the jungle with bugs. And Nancy's like, uh-huh. It's just like, if you're wondering what's that thing you're holding is, it's the short end of the stick. So, yeah, the game addresses that, and it's quite hilarious. Ed, Bess, and George are part of Nancy's group. The Hardys are their own separate thing. I mean, yeah, but also, like, there's plenty of Nancy Drew Hardy Boys crossover stuff going back quite a long time. So I don't have any problem with the Hardy Boys being a playable character option in the games, but I think we need to have more of Nancy's other friends. And especially at this point, with it being like 10 years since we've had Bess and George in a game, I absolutely think we need to have their characters back. So, wish the Hardys did more stuff that they did in the show. I am only on episode 2, so bear with me because I'm still figuring out that kind of stuff.
Sounds interesting, but I'm just here to pick up some car keys.
Oh, you're the Wahine who's gonna be working up there in the rainforest with Dr. Kim studying bugs. You're gonna have to pick them up and put them in jars and stuff.
Well, I hope so. I think bugs are really interesting.
Better to be working for Dr. Kim than up at the Healy Healy. That doctor
Dun, dun,
there, he makes
dun.
people mess with stuff way worse than bugs.
Frank should have been really good at surfing. I'm dying to hear Joe sing, even if it's just once. I agree on the Joe singing part. I think that would be hilarious. I don't know about the Frank thing, just because I feel like her interactive Frank is a little bit different, to where I wouldn't necessarily expect him to be good at that. Because I feel like Joe reads as the more, like, athletic one between the two of them, in the games, at least. In the games. In the show and other things, it would be different. When I was married to Christy Allen. I do not know who that is.
What's the Healy Healy?
The Healy Healy Research Center, everything up there's a big mystery. People who work at Healy Healy, they never stay long. And when they leave, they don't talk.
Well, Anyway, can I, like,
Be
get the
that as
car
it
key?
may, I'm supposed to get a key from you?
Dr. Kim arranged for you to use one of my rigs. Got the key right here, but you know what? I'm not gonna give it to you.
You're not?
A Big Island Mike immersion excursion beats chasing bugs around the jungle any day. And
You're
to
not
prove it,
wrong.
I'm not gonna give you the key until you go to the beach, collect some shells, and make a necklace for me. You can put the shells you find in here.
I mean, there's
Make me
definitely
an
some
aloha
fraudulent
necklace. There's a
practices
picture of it over at the necklace
happening
making
here,
table.
but it's like trying to read his notes. Call. Oh. Does that say what I think it says? Okay, I'm not going to do the thing where I flip my monitor upside down again, because that was too difficult to try to fix. So we're going to do the big brain move, and we're going to make a picture, and then rotate the picture. Because big brain. It does say it. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. What's the address? Yeah, so there's a certain character you call later as one of the Hardy Boys. That's very important, whose name is right there. So that's a little teaser of that.
I really think I should go meet Dr. Kim like I'm supposed to.
You make the necklace, I give you the key. Only you know what? You're not
A
gonna
separate
want it
game
anymore.
note. Should
You're gonna
Shadow
walk on
the Water's
beach,
Edge have Nancy
look for
actually teach students, or was that out of budget?
shells, sit and string
It was
them.
definitely
You're
out of
gonna
budget.
get so relaxed,
Depending on what
you're
you mean
gonna
by
come
that.
back in here and say, "You were right, Big Island Mike. Forget the bug doctor. Sign me up. You'll see."
So my bigger thing with that element of Shadow at the Water's Edge is I feel like the time period that's carved out for Nancy's unavailable and cannot do things. Like, it feels like way too much time. Like, I think it's 7 p.m. 7 or 8, it's like 7 or 8 p.m. That's like the earliest in the evening that you can be up doing things. So there's like 12 hours out of the day that Nancy's unavailable. And we don't necessarily... That sound effect is so loud. We're not given the impression... I love this game so much. Song is stuck in my head. We're definitely not given the impression that Bess and George are hanging out with Nancy during that time. But it's like, surely school isn't going on for like 9 or 10 hours, right? Especially not summer school. Like, one would think, maybe. I don't know anything about school in Japan, but that feels like way too much time. That it's just unexplained, like, where Nancy is. Yeah, I don't mind it being an all-evening game. It just feels like really late. So we end up, like, going through so much time because we're just constantly having to sleep because we're running out of evening time. Oh, controlled Bess or George and Shadow at the Water's Edge. That would be really interesting. You know what? That's actually... So that's a... Let me go away from the water. It's loud. That's actually a really interesting idea I hadn't thought of. Like, what if... Arguably even, like, what if Nancy didn't ever leave the ryokan? And you only left by calling... maybe, like, calling George. That would be a cool thing to, like, switch it up. That we had to call George. And, or Bess, because she goes on the date. Maybe that would be interesting. Or maybe George would make more sense because of the date, and that would be too complicated. But then, like, we call George, and then she explores things at the expo, and talking with Yumi, and then she could even do, like, the metro and all of that. I feel like there'd be a way to do that, and that would be really interesting. It would definitely add some more like layers to the game. So this seems like an apt time to mention. Remember what I was saying earlier about the fact that this is our first time seeing Ned since the final scene?
Hello?
Yeah.
So, did you arrive okay?
Ned, hi! Oh, perfect timing. I just got here. In fact, I'm on the beach.
The bug doctor's on the beach?
No, I have to collect shells and make a necklace before I can get the keys she's left for me. It's a long story.
Yeah, I would have loved to see the
I wish I
convention.
could be there with you, believe me. It's done nothing but rain non-stop since I dropped you off at the airport. The sky's just this constant shade of gray. It'd be depressing even with you here. But with you not here, it's...
Oh my gosh! You're not gonna believe this, but Frank and Joe Hardy are here.
What? Are you sure?
Positive. Hey, listen, I'll call you later, okay?
But...
Bye.
Nancy? What are you doing here?
I just got
Nancy.
here. I'm going to be helping this entomologist Dad heard about do field work for the next 2 weeks. What are you guys doing here?
We got here yesterday.
Believe it or not, we're on assignment.
Joe, keep it down.
Richard Akins, the CEO of
We've
Akins
talked to Ned
Biotech,
once
he
since the
hired us to
final
do kind of a
scene.
background check on Pua
And
Mapu
then
and her
he
father,
talks about
Mike
being
Mapu.
depressed.
She's an
We
up-and-coming
hang up on
world-class
it for the
surfer.
Hardy
He runs
Boys?
a local business called Big Island Mike's Immersion
Oh my gosh.
Excursions.
No kidding. I'm supposed to pick up a car at Big Island
I don't
Mike's.
know. I haven't looked
What
into
does
it
this
yet.
Akins guy need a background check for?
He's thinking about using Pua in the ad campaign for one of his products. He wants to make sure there aren't any skeletons in either of the Mapu's closets before he makes her an offer.
Since she teaches surfing for her dad, we signed up for one of his immersion excursions so we could get to know her and make sure she's as squeaky clean as she seems.
Akins figured someone who was closer to her own age could find out a lot more than some private investigator.
So you were basically hired to vacation in Hawaii and learn how to surf. Is that what you're saying?
Don't worry. As soon as the opportunity presents itself, we'll be doing some hardcore snooping, too.
Yeah, Akins wants us to make sure Mapu's business is also squeaky clean. But the guy never leaves
So,
his office.
what
which
is
so far
this?
has made rummaging through his paperwork impossible.
What
so
is
you're doing
this?
field work for an entomologist?
Yep. Just me
Why?
and Dr. Kim and a couple thousand of
Why do we have to
insect
be
type
cursed
friends
with
out
this?
there in the jungle.
Well, watch out for Kane Okala.
Aw, Joe.
Watch out for who?
Kane Okala. That's Hawaiian for
Oh my
rough-skinned
gosh.
man.
He's this legendary guy who got half burned up in a volcano a millennium or two ago, and now whenever something really bad happens on the island, people start saying they've seen him in the jungle. He doesn't like people messing with his island, see? So he goes on these rampages.
I will follow up on that question
Apparently,
after all
his
this
temper
dialogue.
is as nasty as his complexion.
And there have been a lot of sightings lately, probably because of the pineapples.
What's wrong with the pineapples?
There's so much
Pineapples
exposition
have been
happening.
growing so poorly on this part of the island that people say there may not even be a local crop this year, but nobody can say why. Although I'm willing to bet this Kane Okala guy could.
Joe.
If he really existed, which of course he does not. Happy, Frank?
Well, I better get going. Good luck, you guys. I have my cell phone, so keep in touch.
You too. In fact, if there's anything you need out there,
Food, toiletries, monster repellent.
call us anytime, okay?
That's fair.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you, Nance.
So what are we doing? We're making a necklace. That's right. Oh, I don't think there's anything else we can see here. Okay. Oh, yes. So, whenever I'm asking for too much. So, I feel like it's a very common issue with video games. Like, not even just from fans, like, even with developers. So I know there was an older video. I say that. It was older video that Hugh did talking with Robert Rydell and somebody else. I'm forgetting who the other person was, and I feel terrible because it's probably something really obvious, like it's Kalina or something, but I can't remember who the other person was. And they were talking about Curse of Blackmore Manor and talked about how there was like some really big ideas of like what they were going to do with that game. And they were gonna, I think, like, they talked about having, so you would go into the town, and, like, you would actually go to the, like, the little pub,
Big Island
and
Mike
there was
told me
gonna be,
you're
like, the
making a
gardens, and, like,
Aloha
outside of
necklace.
the manor, and, like, there was tons of stuff they were gonna include, and then when it came down to it, there was just not enough resources
Ah, here we go.
or
So
time
what
for the
shells do I
scope of
need?
that. And so they had to not include a lot of that and, like, cut the scope back to actually be able to achieve it. And I don't think that's an uncommon thing with game development. So I don't think it's bad as a fan to have the same thing.
They're beautiful. I'll just give this to Mr. Mapu and be on my way.
I think the bigger issue is once you do have like too big of an idea or whatever of how to do things.
You finished the necklace.
It's like the
If you could
way
give the
you
extra
scope
shells I
it back
collected to those two guys from the mainland, that'd
or
be
scale back
great.
your scope.
May I keep the necklace I made?
Sorry. My idea, my necklace. But the rig key is yours.
Thank you. Hey,
One more thing. Kane Okala.
that rough-skinned guy? What about him?
It's the people
How
at
many
Hili
books of
Hili.
Nancy Drew have
They're
you
doing
read?
something that Kane
Oh,
Okala
gosh.
doesn't like. That's why he's back. The people that say he's
I haven't
just
really
a
read any of
legend
them in a hot minute,
don't believe him.
but I read most of like the first 50 to 60. I read probably most of those. Like I've read a number of them when I was a kid and stuff. There's some of those that I remember reading that I would love to see adapted into one of the games or like a game inspired by it. One of which is Mystery of the Glowing Eye, the one where Ned gets kidnapped. Oh my gosh, that would be so good. I read I think I read Secrets Can Kill at some point, but otherwise I haven't really read anything other than like the original series. I haven't read any of like the files or any of that. The other exception is the Nancy Drew Hardy Boys crossover, the Super Mysteries. I've read a couple of those. That's it. So I need to branch out more. There's a few like offshoots that I had on my list and I just haven't gotten to yet.
I'll remember that, really.
Hope I don't regret this. The rig's out front. Got a GPS system and
Crashes
everything. The location
Jeep
of Dr.
immediately.
Kim's camp's already programmed in.
Actually, we do crash it immediately, so...
I heard that something weird seems to be going on with the pineapple crop this year. What have you heard about it?
It's the Hili Hili. Whatever they're doing up there, it's gonna end up ruining the pineapple fields. The newspapers know the truth. They're just too afraid of the Hili Hili lawyers to write the truth.
Well, it was
Oh my
nice
gosh,
meeting
okay,
you.
that gave me a
Wow.
meme idea. Oh no, I removed all my pins from over here, didn't I? Dang it. I moved all my pins. Okay, I've got a pencil. That'll be good enough. Where did I had a list. Ah, here it is. Oh dear. Sorry. Alright. I always have to write down my meme ideas or whatever all ideas, because otherwise I'm gonna completely forget them. Wonder Kapu Cave location and Ransom are too similar in they're both beach locations. Like you stay at resorts in both of them. I don't think they're too similar. I mean, partially because I don't know. I feel like the vibe feels different. And in both of them, it's like you're staying at a resort, but you're not really staying at a resort, you know? Like a lot of the gameplay in this one, we're in the jungle, or we're at the Healy, or we're over at the lava things and whatever. So it feels different. It has a lot more like variety, I guess. But I mean, Ransom, I feel like it's more consistent beach vibes and doesn't really get into like the tropical vibes. It's more just beach to me. I don't know. I really like having
Stuck in a
really
ditch.
summery,
Great.
beachy games.
Well,
So I don't mind
Dr.
having
Kim will
both
be
of
able to
them.
help me get it out. Uh-oh. Sounds like I missed a call.
You have reached Nancy Drew, who is currently unavailable. At the tone, please leave a message.
Hi, Nance, it's Joe. Listen, Big Island Mike heard on the radio that the bridge on the road leading to that bug lady's camp just washed out. So I hope you get this message before you get to her place, because if you've already crossed the bridge, it sounds like you won't be able to get back into town for a couple of days. In any case, be careful, and again, if there's anything Frank or I can do, just holler. Take care.
So, on top of being stuck in a ditch, I'm stranded in the jungle. Well, at least I'm not alone. I mean, I won't be when I find Dr. Kim. Oh my gosh, this place is a mess. What happened? And where's Dr. Kim? A winch.
Wait, I don't think I needed to do that. Not the bridge and being stuck in a ditch.
Somehow I've got to get this thing out of that
realized
ditch.
The license plate says BI1. Oh gosh. Big Island Mike.
A tape recorder. There's a tape in it. Looks like it needs to be rewound.
I'm Dr. Quigley Kim, and this is an oral record of my activities on the Big Island, beginning with today, March 11th. Hopefully, I'll remember to use this thing every day, but I much prefer writing things down. And frankly, I don't care much for hearing myself on tape. It makes me sound very nasal for some strange reason. Of course, this
What
whole
makes you
recording
sound
thing was
nasal?
my father's idea. I mean, just because he
It's the
always
tape's
kept an oral
fault,
journal when
definitely.
he was in the field, he automatically assumed I'd want to too. So he practically forced me to. There I go again. Well, at least with this thing, when I start digressing, I can just push this button and... Already, I'm forgetting to use this thing. Okay, now it's March 15th. My camp's all set up and my equipment's all ready to go. So tomorrow, I'm gonna start rigging fast traps. I probably should have started doing that today, but I spent the whole morning observing a colony of feral bees. Man, I hope somebody answers the ad my mentor placed in that newsletter. If she could get me an assistant, I could spend the whole day observing whatever insect I want. Oh, would that be cool or what? March 19th. This has never happened to me before, ever. But when I was out checking traps in the jungle today, I got the weirdest feeling that I was being watched. I mean, it was broad daylight, and I didn't see anybody or hear anything, but I just suddenly got this creepy feeling that I wasn't alone. Then, after about 3 minutes, it went away. It was just weird. It's March 24th. For the past 2 days now, I've heard this very odd humming sound coming from way deep in the jungle. Okay, to be honest, it sounds more like whispering. 1 minute it's there, next minute it's gone. And I have no idea what's causing it. I don't even have a theory as to what's causing it. I hate that. It's March 28th. Great news. Actually, lots of great news. I just got done with my initial fast jar content analysis, and it looks like something really strange is going on with the Norsabeta odorata larvae around here. Once I run these numbers through my formula machine, which I'm retrieving from my trunk even as I speak, once I run these numbers, I'll know for sure. And I'm getting an assistant. Somebody named Nancy Drew has agreed to fly out here for a couple of weeks and work for me, which means I'm on the verge of fame, fortune, and free labor. Woohoo!
Yeah, fun fact, this game is actually technically a spring game. It takes place in April. I think April, maybe, possibly May. I think April. Wonder if Lilo and Stitch could help with this mystery.
The tape ran out.
Probably.
What was that? I sure hope Dr. Kim is okay.
Okay. So I should have been writing it down, and I was not. So I guess I'm gonna have to go back and listen. I have to listen to all that. I can skip. Can I skip forward through stuff? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Ew.
It's March 28th.
Ah.
Great news. Actually, lots of great news. I just got done with my initial fast jar content analysis, and it looks like something really strange is going on with the Norsa beta odorata larvae around here. Once I run these numbers through my formula machine, which I'm retrieving from my trunk even as I speak, once I run these numbers, I'll know for sure. And I'm getting an assistant. Somebody named Nancy Drew has agreed to fly out here for a couple of weeks and work for me, which means I'm on the verge of fame,
Okay, so I think we got that for the trunk. I should save the game so I don't have to redo any of this.
Dr. Kim!
Hold on. Oh, that's not how you spell.
Are you here?
Free labor.
Hello? Anybody here? Dr. Kim? She's gone. Ugh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Nancy, welcome. Use this radio to call me at this frequency, 18.305 QK. The radio doesn't have any power.
Yeah, that's fine.
Must be Dr. Kim's notes. Phew, looks like Greek to me. 1, 2... Interesting lock.
Okay. Let's see if I can do this from memory then. Like, memory of where the things are. Nailed it. Okay.
Malachi
Quigley's
Herbert
notes.
Craven. IQ of 182. Maintains blog.
I'm a genius. Oh boy.
Solar power.
Calls solar power the only hope for the Earth's future. It won't work anywhere that isn't at least 50% solar powered. That's interesting. You know, solar power... Can I words? That would be great. Solar panels are supposedly actually really bad for the environment because they, like, cannot be recycled at all, and they have set lifespans, and they end up going into landfills, so like they're not really that great. There's definitely environments where they're good to have, or where they might be the only option, but I don't know that I would say everything needs to go to that. Hopelessly deluded morons, huh?
Area
Met a few of
code
those.
312. Chicago, maybe? Okay, what else do we have in this trunk? A security pass for the Healy Healy Research Center. Maybe someone there knows where Dr. Kim is.
Oh, Bob. Oh, we love it. That's so funny. I am not Wizard Kitten. Okay. Do 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 do. Oh, you've been watching a lot of her streams recently. That's fair.
There, it's out of the ditch.
Meanwhile, oh gosh, what was it? I showed, okay, so Tori sent this picture where she recreated Deirdre in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I showed the picture to Mr. Beat and I was like, who is this? Like, do you know who this is? And he was like, and then he was like, that's Deirdre in Alibi and Ashes. And I was like, excuse me? Like, you got the game too? Like, it was specifically her from Alibi and Ashes. And he picked up on that. Like, it wasn't just Deirdre, it's Alibi and Ashes Deirdre. Not mid Deirdre, Alibi and Ashes Deirdre. Which he's only played that game like one time. So, which was not super recently either. So I was pretty impressed. Not a scam call. Oh, I was gonna make a phone call. Forgot what I was doing. It's fine. You know what? Let's go ahead and call Ned and apologize. Oh gosh.
Hello?
Hi, Ned. Sorry I hung up on you like that before. Believe it or not, that was the Hardy Boys I saw. They're here too.
No kidding. Doing what?
He doesn't sound happy about this. He sounds less than
They're on
happy.
assignment. They're doing a background check on this local surfer girl.
Somebody hired them to check out a surfer?
And her father, yeah.
They're getting paid to check out a Hawaiian surfer girl while you're camping in the jungle chasing insects for free.
Yeah.
Nancy, in case you're wondering what that thing you're holding is, it's the short end of the stick.
Very funny.
So what's going on?
I love it so much. You block those scam callers.
Dr. Kim is missing.
Missing? What do you mean? What happened?
I got to her camp.
I don't know. If I knew that, I would probably know where she
The
is.
place had been torn apart.
You think she was kidnapped or something?
Either that or...
What?
Some people say this legendary creature named Kane Okala has been going on rampages through the jungle lately.
You think some creature got her?
No, but... I just wish I knew where she was, that's all.
You shouldn't be out there by yourself. I think you should head back into town until she turns up.
Can't. The bridge on the road to town washed out behind me on my way out here.
Great.
Aren't you so glad I'm here, Ned?
How would you feel about giving me a hint or two?
I think that could be arranged.
I found a radio, but it doesn't seem to be getting any power. Any suggestions?
Follow the cord and see what it's supposed to be getting power from. Then see if that's in working order, and if it needs to be fixed, fix it.
Sounds good. Thanks.
No problem. I hope it helps.
So do I. Bye.
Gee, I wish I thought of that, Ned. I wish I thought of following the power cable. Ned really said, "Did you check to see if it's
Hello?
plugged in?"
Hi, Joe. It's Nancy.
Hey, Nancy, what's going on?
Oh,
Well,
I didn't
after
mean
I
to swap
finally got
people.
Big Island Mike to give me the keys to the car Dr. Kim had arranged for me, I started driving.
So not only did someone tear up her camp, but she's missing? Whoa.
So what have you been doing?
Frank's out trying to surf, and I'm still waiting for a chance to do some snooping around Big Island Mike's desk. Are you going to be able to get back here with the bridge washed out like that?
No, but I'll be okay. That bridge is the least of my worries.
Well, hey, if I can do anything for you, you just let me know.
I will. Thanks. Talk to you later.
You know what? We'll just go ahead and check in with Richard Akins, and then we'll go back, because I didn't really mean to swap
Richard
people.
Akins is
Oh.
unavailable. Please
Well.
leave a message.
So much for that.
Hi, Mr. Akins. It's Joe Hardy. Nothing important, just checking in. Talk to you later.
Okay, Nancy, I want to swap back. I forgot, like, it doesn't prompt you to swap people. It just does it
Hello?
automatically.
Hey, Nance, what's going on?
Why don't you tell me?
All right, I will. Let's see. The last time we talked, I was about to...
And then I thought I'd call you, and here we are. Has Dr. Kim shown up yet?
Nope.
We just talked. Oh, gosh.
I'm thinking I might drive over to that Healy place.
Sometimes
Big
you can
Island
get some
Mike
cool
mentioned
extra
and see if
conversation by going
anyone
back
there
and
knows
forth.
where she is.
Well, good luck. Let me know what happens.
I will. Say hi to Frank for me.
Will do. Bye, Nance.
I don't think I've ever triggered that conversation, because I haven't just frantically called back and forth. It's like with Phantom of Venice, that if you do the calls just right, that you can basically, like, there's a bunch of conversations you can have with Joe instead of Ned. And it's really interesting. For some reason I know it's true in this game. It might be true in Legend of Crystal Skull, I'm not sure, but I know it is a thing in this game. I discovered recently, if you call somebody, but then you call back, like, it can trigger different conversation lines depending on which direction you're calling, if that makes sense. So that was really interesting to learn.
State your business, please.
Hi, listen, I found this pass, and I wondered if...
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to put your hands up.
Put my hands up?
Who are you? Where
You're
did
getting
you get
arrested?
that pass?
Which question would you like me to
You're
answer
playing Van on
first?
Thursday?
That
Oh,
pass was not issued
oh,
to
I'm
you.
excited.
Now, where did you get it?
I have movie night with my family, but I'll try to be there. What time are you doing it on Thursday?
I think maybe I'd like to answer the other
Can I
question.
can I answer the other
All right,
question?
then, who are you?
My name is Nancy Drew.
What
I'm
is
Dr. Kim's
this?
temporary research assistant.
I
Today's my
can't.
first
I
day.
can't move the mouse up there.
Are you...
What is that mixture over
I'm
there?
Malachi Craven, of course. I'm the head of this facility. Now explain yourself.
I have that pass because when I arrived,
this
Dr.
background
Kim's
picture
base
from
camp was
Jurassic
all
Park?
torn up, and I couldn't find her anywhere. So I went searching through her stuff for something that might tell me where she is. I thought that since she had
Dr.
that
Craven,
pass,
please calm down.
someone here could tell me where she is.
Well, you thought wrong. And for your
Okay.
information, that pass was reported missing.
I think that's
She
definitely going to
probably
overlap,
stole
but
it
I will
weeks
try to be
ago.
there as much as I can. So, family movie night. We're going to watch the original Twister movie because Mr. Beat and I, neither one have seen it, and we want to see the new Twisters movie, and I want to see the original first just to experience that. So, yeah.
So you don't know where she is?
What does this place look like to you? A missing persons bureau? This is a private research facility with highly restricted access.
All right, that's
My
enough.
bad.
Excuse me?
You're jumping all over me when the only thing I did to you is tell you the truth. I know who you are, Dr. Craven. I know you're an incredibly gifted scientist whose work has never been fully appreciated. In fact, as an amateur horticulturist, I would give anything to know
You
what
should
you're
do it,
doing with
Maggie.
the plants in here. But being a genius does not give you the right to be rude.
Oh, I'm sorry, young lady. Everything you just said is quite correct. The genius part rings particularly true.
Got this.
How do you know about me?
Yeah, I mean, Maggie, I feel like I haven't seen it yet, but I would definitely think that it's the kind of movie that is an extra cool experience in theaters versus watching it just like at home. So I would say probably worth. Um, I basically any of the movies that I can remember in the past handful of years seeing more than once in theaters, which is not a lot of them, but there's been a few of them. I did not regret for a second. I mean, I say in the past few years, like let's say within the past 10 years, there's a few movies I saw more than once in theaters. I think I saw Moana in theaters more than once. I definitely saw Frozen in theaters more than once. I saw Top Gun Maverick in theaters more than once. Trying to think. Possibly others? I know I saw those ones in theaters more than one time. Um Frozen I think I saw like a lot of times in theaters. But it was in theaters like a really long time. I don't know if anyone else remembers that, but it was in theaters like a strangely long amount of time. Um But yeah, all of those that I saw more than once, amazing. Would watch again in theaters right now if they were in theaters. I have a feeling Vin will be a multiple stream playthrough. Oh, for sure, I would think so. Um, Usually a deal on Tuesdays, so I'll probably go on one of those. That sounds like a smart plan. You saw Barbie twice. I haven't seen that movie. I've heard a lot of different things about it, but I do want to watch it at some point. I just haven't yet.
Internet, mostly. Your blog is awesome.
That's true, too. If you're interested in horticulture, why are you assisting an entomologist?
I want to know what this radioactive liquid he has is. Also, why does he have the largest iPad to ever exist on his table? And why does it have a fountain pen stylus? That is an interesting device. Um,
Well, bugs and plants do kind of go hand in hand. And when I heard there was a free round-trip ticket to Hawaii involved...
Smart girl.
that's me. That's me. Thanks for noticing. Um, I don't know if I want to talk about this moment on stream. I had an interesting moment at the grocery store today. Let's just say I got a compliment from someone that was like really weird and random, and I just like beeline to the other direction. I was like, why is a person talking to me in public? And I just like ran away. I was like, I'm gonna go. I don't want to be here anymore.
Have you ever met Dr. Kim?
Possibly. I don't honestly remember. From what I've read about her research, I have no real desire to meet her, quite frankly.
What makes you think Dr. Kim stole that security pass?
That was just my temper talking. I obviously have no reason to suspect the good doctor of any criminal activity whatsoever.
Any chance you could give me a tour of this place?
None whatsoever. This is a private facility.
I
I'm under
realize I
no
did something
obligation to
dumb.
put my work on display or explain what I'm doing to anyone, except my employer, of course.
But what you're doing does involve hybridizing plants?
Look here, Nancy. You're obviously familiar with me and my previous accomplishments, so I know how exciting all this must be for you, but I'm simply not at liberty to discuss my current project, though it is truly spectacular. Sorry.
Larger popcorn is always essential. You bought popcorn on your way out of the theater? That's amazing. Is there a gnat? I think it's a gnat. I don't think it's a mosquito. I had a mosquito in here the other day, though, because I've got like 3 mosquito bites on my left foot.
I still need to find
Which is
Dr. Kim,
infuriating.
so I'd better go.
Marvelous idea.
Hello, Mama Beat. Glad to see you. So I feel like no one has used any redeemables tonight. So please let me know if it's because no one's doing it or if it's because they're broken for some reason. It occurs to me I was supposed to go look at the solar panel. That's fine. It's fine. I have a couple on my face, too. And, oh, they work.
A solar panel. Looks like this is what powers the radio. Some of the photovoltaic cells are missing.
I should get the compressed air out and shoot the gnat with that. That would be funny. Okay, so now, hopefully we should be able to ask him about getting more of those. Please
State
let
your
me in.
business, please.
Hi, I'd like to see Dr. Craven.
Dr. Craven isn't seeing anybody right now, so just back your car up, turn around, and leave.
No, Dr. Craven will see me. Really, just call him, please.
Dr. Craven? What? The young lady who...
Dr. Craven, it's me, Nancy Drew. I know you're busy, but I really enjoyed talking to you before. Could I come in just for a few minutes?
Let her in.
Somewhat to my surprise, I find that I actually don't mind talking to you. You see, I have a niece back in Philadelphia who's just about your age. Nice girl, spunky. Insisted on majoring in English or sociology or some such drivel, but a very bright girl nonetheless. Unfortunately, her father, my brother, and I don't get along, so I don't get to see her anymore. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Okay, then. This is a lot of really specific backstory.
I'm in desperate need of some photovoltaic cells so I can repair a solar panel back at camp. And I know you're a big proponent of solar energy, so...
Maggie, thank you for sending me that link.
Me, say, 9 cells?
Tell you what, I'll give you all the cells you need after you harvest at least a dozen seeds from those plants down there. They represent an extremely promising cultivar that I've hybridized. Unfortunately, I've developed some kind of allergy to them, so that just being in the same room with them has me scratching like a dog at a flea circus. My getting seeds from them is out of the question.
You're technically in the same room as them right now.
You can do it. Just pick a few pods, pop them open, and put only viable seeds into the container. To know what I mean by viable, just read the notes that I left down there.
No problem.
Good. Bring me 12 viable seeds, and those cells are yours.
Caleb, Carter told me he thinks you and I should stream a little to the left together next. What do you think? We could. I mean, I'm down. I still need to... I have the DLC. So there's, like, new levels to it that I have not played yet. So we could play those together. For sure. Wait. What do they look like? The white splotch. Okay. That's right. I think I remember it not mattering where you click, but that could be completely off base.
There, 12 viable seeds, I hope.
Finished?
Like I said, no problem.
Very good. These will do just fine. And so, as I promised, instruct Olson to put a box of A3 photovoltaic cells into Miss Drew's vehicle as soon as possible.
Right away, Dr. Craven.
Unfortunately, even after I've destroyed those little green devils, I'm told it'll be some time before this itching stops.
Isn't there something you could take for it?
I was prescribed an antihistamine, but I'm afraid taking it will make me too sleepy to get any work
Like
done.
croquet balls.
Guess I better go look
You're
for
not
Dr.
wrong.
Kim.
Marvelous idea.
Gotta go fix the solar panel. Oh, that's where I just was. That's the wrong one. No, no. Nancy. No, no, no. No, no. Let's leave. Wrong place.
Where these new cells go must have something to do with the numbers on them.
Wait. What is that? How's it work? Oh, I need to read this. Okay. Wait a second. So that's 10 of 4. That's 14. What? Hold on. Just a minute. Okay, so that's... Okay. The math is mathing. Ah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so 18 and 9. Oh, so much math. 7, 9 is... And... Okay. You know what?
There,
Oh,
it's
I
working.
just guessed on like the last 3 or 4 of those at least.
That doesn't go there.
Fancy. Chill. Yeah, I literally guessed on a number of those and just got them right. That was pretty great. Also, fair warning, we will be ending within the next like 15 minutes because Mr. Beat now has a class on Monday nights. And so starting distraction's not successful. I've been somewhat desensitized. Starting next week, if you missed the announcement, I don't know why I'm yawning. Gosh, I think it's because it's like overcast, like it was raining here. But starting next week, I'm planning to switch to streaming Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Time instead of Monday nights, at least for the next like couple months or so while he's in this class, because if I still stream on Monday nights, we'd have like 30 minutes to spend time together for the entire day because he'll work in the office, come home. I would stream immediately after like 30 minutes. And then as soon as I'm done with my stream, he would have class until bedtime. And so we would literally just not spend any time together on Mondays, and that did not sound great. So that's the
Power.
plan.
That helps.
Yeah. No bueno. Nancy. Power. That helps. Yes, yes it does. Oh no. Wait, can we set multiple things?
This is Nancy Drew calling Dr. Quigley Kim. Dr. Kim, are you there?
Nancy, that you?
Yes, I've been worried about you.
I'm in a hurry to meet you too.
I've been worried about you. Your camp is a mess. Someone ransacked it.
Well, as
Tuesday nights.
unpacked, right out here.
Where exactly are you?
You can find me at Green River Rock. The exact location is north 4 hours by west 5 degrees 1 minute.
Could you please repeat that?
Oh, and be sure
That's the
to
plan.
bring
Dr.
For
Kim,
Friday
I can
nights,
barely
but
hear you. Could you repeat those coordinates, please?
I think it's gonna be Saturday this week because I have plans that have come up for Friday.
No, wait, I still don't know where you are. Dr. Kim! Nancy Drew calling Dr. Quigley Kim. Come in, please. Oh, great. All I heard was Green Trigger Rock or something. How am I supposed to figure out where that is?
Well, you see, we're gonna call a certain individual by the name of Joe Hardy. Actually, you know what? Let's call Ned first. Because why not?
Hello?
Hi, Ned.
Hey, how's it going?
I went looking for Dr. Kim at this private research facility and found a mad scientist named Dr. Malachi Craven instead. Ever hear of him?
No. Is he a bug guy too?
He's part botanist, part biochemist, but mostly he's a grouch.
What's he working on?
I have a feeling it would be a good idea to find out. Rumor has it that the Healy, that's the name of Craven's research facility, rumor has it that whatever he's doing up there is destroying the local pineapple crop.
Yikes.
I should get going.
Feel free to call me anytime.
Okie dokie. Bye.
Hello?
Hi, Joe. It's Nancy.
Hey, Nancy, how's it going?
Well,
Whoa. So what did Dr. Kim say when you told her somebody or something had torn up her camp?
frankly, I'm not sure she heard me. The radio connection we had was really bad. In fact, she rattled off the coordinates of where she is now so I could plug them into my GPS, but all I heard was north 19 degrees 20-something. I think she said she was at Green Trigger Rock, but I could be wrong about that, too. I don't suppose you'd happen to have a map of the island, would you?
No, but I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I'll even ask Big Island Mike. I'm still waiting for a chance to do some
How
snooping
much
around his
Ned's
desk.
suffering
Well, if you
nervous.
find out anything, give me a call. Remember, what Dr. Kim said sounded like Green Trigger Rock.
Green Trigger Rock. Will do. Are you going to be able to get back here with the bridge washed out like that?
No, but I'll be okay. That bridge is the least of my worries. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Bye.
So you missed at the very beginning, and we called and apologized. And, that was kind of it. Yep.
Whoa, earthquake!
It's fine. It's fine. Let's go talk to Pua.
Hey, Joe. Ready for another lesson?
Still recovering from the last one.
You did swallow a lot of water out there.
Listen, how about we keep that our little secret, okay?
Hey, look. Flailing around like a drowning puppy your first time out or two is nothing to be ashamed of. Happens to everybody.
Even Frank?
Actually, Frank's doing okay. He hasn't come off his board once. Of course, that might change when he actually stands up on it.
Frank hasn't stood up yet?
Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that. Look, how about we change the subject?
You feel the earthquake?
Yeah, wasn't that great?
Sure, it was a blast, if you don't count the sheer terror part.
I love earthquakes. It's like standing up on a big, huge roller coaster.
You're not afraid of tsunamis?
Me? Afraid of big waves? Not hardly. Look, until somebody figures out a way to stop earthquakes,
And her hands look
they're
too
gonna
big for the
happen.
rest of her, or is
so
it just
I
me?
say, why not enjoy them?
A number of Nancy Drew characters have strange proportions sometimes. I think several do in this kind of era of the games as well, because like Icicle Creek is the game right after this, I think, right? And I always thought that Ollie's hands look way too big in that game. So, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is with that.
Are Frank and I your only pupils right now?
Pretty much. You guys
Scream
are the
my
only
head off if
excursions
there's
Dad's
an
got going
earthquake.
this week. I coach some
Relatable.
local kids, but they've got finals.
Ever wish your dad had chosen some other way to make a living?
Heck no. I mean, we don't live in a mansion or anything, but we got food, we got clothes. Dad gets to show off his island, and I get to surf. As far as I'm concerned, we got everything we need.
What do you think about all this Kane Okala stuff?
I'd rather not say. You'd laugh.
So you believe he's real?
Look, first the Healy Center closes its doors to visitors and gets real secretive about what it's doing up there. Then something goes wrong with the pineapple crop. Coincidence? I don't think so. I mean, Kane Okala has shown up before when somebody endangered the islands. Why shouldn't I believe that he's back?
Okay, I got another meme idea I've got to write down. Oh dear heavens.
He showed up before? When?
My dad said that after the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, people saw Kane Okala all over the place, including my grandfather. You gonna call my grandfather a liar?
I'm saying that sometimes people,
I ain't calling you a
especially
truther.
superstitious people, sometimes they see what they want to see.
Well, I'm not the least bit superstitious, and I swear to you, I have seen Kane Okala. Now, Amscray, I gotta work. Can't talk. Still working. Sorry.
What? I had more to talk about. Darn. Okay.
Joe, what are you doing here? You should be out there surfing. Pua says you're a natural.
It was Frank's turn to monopolize her time.
So, how'd you like that earthquake?
No big deal.
Got my heart going, that's for sure. Pele must be mad about something.
Anything in here get damaged?
No, today nothing. But tomorrow, if she wanted to, she could turn this place into a pile of sticks. Compared to Pele, Kane Okala is a noisy little fly. He's nothing. But enough about Pele. Go, get outside. You're in paradise. Enjoy.
Are you familiar with a place in the jungle around here called Green Trigger Rock or something like that?
Never heard of it. And I know this island better than anybody. So if I haven't heard of it, trust me, there's no such place.
Think you could explain this try it and trade it system of yours again?
Real simple. Over at the necklace making table, there's pictures of the different necklaces you can make out of shells, okay? You collect shells, you make something, you turn it in, you get whatever the picture says it's worth in Big Island bucks. You get enough Big Island bucks, you can buy some fishing gear and bait. You go fishing, you catch something, you turn it in, you get paid what it's worth. The better the bait you buy, the bigger the fish you catch, and the more Big Island bucks you get. The more Big Island bucks you get, the more stuff you can do in here. You see, a never-ending circle of fun. Everybody wins.
Well, hey, when can I start?
You can put the shells you find in here. Whenever you're ready to turn something in, necklace, fish, whatever, go see Pua, not me. She's in charge of doling out the Big Island bucks.
You're always in here working. Don't you ever get to get out and enjoy paradise yourself?
Well, if somebody'd catch me 6 ulua, I'd have an excuse to drive them into the market in Hilo, and on the way back, do a little body surfing at this great little beach I know.
I'm game. What are ulua?
Big shorefish, real good eating. Just so happens I got their favorite food right here.
Well, get ready to take a little time off, big guy, because I am on it.
That sounds so nerve-wracking. The waking up in the middle of the night with the earthquake. Absolutely not.
Gotcha. 1 Ulua down, 5 to go.
Not this. No revealing people's ages. Nat. Nice, we got 3. Let's go.
Come to Papa.
Come on. Yes, yes, I do wish I was at the beach. Come on. Just need 2 more.
I blew that.
Oh, it's fine. Fine. I didn't pay for this bait. Come on. It's all good, Papa Beat. I have to get off soon too, so that works out. Hello, Elle. Glad to see you. I think we're getting off in just a minute, but it's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. How has your Monday been? Come on, we just need 1 more Ulua. Come on. Come on. Ah. 1 more. Oh, first week of school craziness. I can imagine. Has it been going okay? Like the usual level of chaos,
6.
or
do it.
something that stands out from the usual.
Hey, what's up?
Those fish you wanted me to catch? Well, here they are. What do you think?
Hey, you did
Big
it!
project. Ooh,
Wasn't sure
I
you
wanna
were
know.
ready for him, but looks like I'm gonna have to stock the store with Ulua bait from now on. Tell Pooh
You're
as
8
soon
years
as I'm
old when
done
the
here,
game
I'm
came
driving
out.
up to Hilo. Last I saw, she was still trying to teach Frank how to surf. Your brother's a slow learner, huh?
Welcome to my world, Mr. Mapu. Have a nice drive. I can see what I've got in there later.
Oh, do we still have the? Oh, not that. We need to take these fish to Pua really quickly.
Hey, what's going on?
Trade you these fish for some Big Island bucks.
Let's see
And
what
we'll
you
go
got.
investigate.
Looking good. There you go.
And we'll get off for the night.
Okay, what else?
Catch you later.
It's been real.
What in the Hagrid of Harry Potter
alone at
is
last.
going on around here?
Oh.
What is this?
See,
Okay.
March 5th. Delivery from JK! Exclamation point! Exclamation
this
point.
calendar still
I
shows
wonder
March.
what JK is.
So it's like maybe April, possibly even March in this game. So, yep, that's a fun fact for you. Oh,
That's not going to unlock this door.
sure.
So, if I were Green Trigger Rock, where would I be? Wait a minute. Three Finger Rock. That's what that bug doctor must have said. Three Finger Rock. I'd better call Nancy with these coordinates.
You have reached Nancy Drew, who is currently unavailable. At the tone, please leave a message.
Hey, Nance, good news. I figured out that Dr. Kim isn't at Green Trigger Rock. She's at
Excellent.
Three Finger Rock. The coordinates are north 19 degrees, 24 hours, 42 minutes, by west 155 degrees, 9 hours, 1 minute. Gosh, I'm good.
Don't dislike this
Hey.
game. I feel like it gets some hate, but I like it. That's how I feel too.
Hey, Nance, good news. I figured out that Dr. Kim isn't at Green Trigger Rock. She's at Three Finger Rock. The coordinates are north 19 degrees, 24 hours, 42 minutes, by west 155 degrees, 9 hours, 1 minute. Gosh, I'm good.
Thank you, Joe.
Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and save it there because Mr. Beat has his class. Oh. So, thanks everyone for coming, and should be Saturday this week. I'm going to stream, probably gonna stream Stardew, and that will be over on Twitch. I will let you guys know the time. And then next week, reminder, I will not be streaming on Monday of next week. It'll be Tuesday, and it should be at 6 p.m. Eastern, just on Tuesday instead of Monday. And I will put out a reminder about that online. And we'll continue this game. Hopefully we'll have more time. But yeah, thanks everyone for being here and tuning in and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.